All right, let's get right into it.
If you're watching this, chances are you feel stuck, trapped in a cycle that promises you a little bit of relief, but it only ever seems to deliver more pain in the long run. Today, we're going to break down exactly how that happens, and way more importantly, what the path to getting your life back actually looks like. So let me start by asking you a really tough question. When you look in the mirror, really look, past the tiredness, what do you see? Is that spark, that person you know you're meant to be, still in there? Or does it feel like they've gotten lost in some kind of fog? This isn't just about feeling tired, you know? It's about feeling like you're losing the very essence of who you are. If that quote just hit you in the gut, it's because it's describing something very, very real. It really is a mental prison. And today, we're going to talk about the architect of that prison, that cunning thief that comes in and just steals your clarity and your peace. So let's peel back the layers on this illusion, shall we? So often alcohol gets positioned as the escape hatch, the way to numb the stress, to quiet the noise, to finally relax. And for a moment, it feels like it works. It feels like peace. But it's a total lie. Honestly, think of it like a predatory loan. You get a few hours of feeling good, of feeling free, but you have to pay it back with days of mental chaos. It is a deal that is absolutely rigged against you from the start. And the interest it charges, well, that's your well-being. Here's a really powerful way to visualize this. Your mind, in its natural state, it's like a crystal clear lake. It's vibrant, it's full of life, everything is working as it should. But alcohol, it's like a toxic sludge being poured right into that lake. At first, you might not notice much. Maybe the surface seems calm. But underneath, everything is starting to die. That beautiful, clear water turns into a murky, toxic swamp where absolutely nothing healthy can survive. That's not just an analogy. That's what's happening inside your brain. And listen, this isn't just a feeling. It's a biochemical reality. It starts in the evening, right? Alcohol floods your brain with dopamine, and that gives you that artificial high. But by morning, those dopamine levels completely crash, leaving you in a serious deficit. And then comes the next day. That's when your brain, trying to rebalance itself after being suppressed, just goes into complete overdrive. And that, my friends, is where the real nightmare begins. This whole process leads to something called rebound excitability. You know that crushing anxiety, the racing heart, the feeling of pure panic that comes out of nowhere? It's not in your head. It's a physical, neurological response. Your brain literally gets stuck in fight or flight mode, even when there's no danger. And it is completely and utterly exhausted. And all this internal chemical chaos, it doesn't just stay inside. No way. It spills out into every corner of your life, basically putting your entire world on hold. It freezes your progress, your potential, right in its tracks. See this number? 0. That represents your productivity when you're fighting through that post-alcohol fog and anxiety. 0. You might show up physically, sure, but mentally, you're just not there. How can you make any progress in life when every day starts with just trying to get back to baseline? And what about your motivation? That inner fire that drives you to do cool things? Alcohol is like a fire extinguisher. Your passions start to fade. Hobbies get forgotten. Those big dreams you had, the ones that used to feel so real and exciting, they become these pale, forgotten shadows. It's like having a treasure map to an amazing life, but completely losing the will to even start the journey. So when you add it all up, the real cost becomes painfully clear. It's not just about having a few bad days. It's the actual pieces of your life that start to vanish. You're losing time you can never get back. You're losing your own potential. You're losing genuine joy, real connections with people, and maybe the biggest loss of all, your own peace of mind. Okay, but here's the turning point. This is the most important part. The good news is that this is not a life sentence. This is a state you're in, not your destiny, and any state can be changed. The core message here is all about hope. This isn't your fate, and the strength to break free, it's not something you have to go out and find somewhere. It's something you just need to uncover. It's already there, I promise you. It's just buried underneath all that fog. So what does taking that first step actually look like? Well, it starts with just being brutally honest with yourself, acknowledging what's really going on with no excuses. From there, it's about making a solid, unbreakable decision to change. And look, seeking help isn't weakness. It's a brilliant strategic move. You start surrounding yourself with people who actually lift you up. You replace old destructive habits with new routines that actually nourish you. And through all of it, the most critical part You have to be patient and kind to yourself. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Now, let's visualize what's waiting for you on the other side of this battle. Because this journey isn't just about stopping something bad, it's about starting something truly beautiful, a new life. Just imagine it for a second. You wake up and there's no hangover. There's no crushing wave of anxiety. There's just quiet. Your thoughts are clear, they're organized, you actually feel rested, you feel energized, and you're ready to take on the day with purpose instead of with dread.
You start connecting with people again, but for real this time, authentically. You're present, you're engaged, you're finally you. And when you look in the mirror, you don't see a stranger staring back anymore. You see a survivor. You see a real smile, one that's actually filled with hope and confidence and peace.
And look, this is not some fantasy. This is a reality that you can start building for yourself right now. Not tomorrow, not someday. The choice is yours to make, to break those mental shackles and to reclaim your mind, your life, and your future. It's time. Choose yourself.